All right, our last technique is called blotting. And I'm going to do this one with blue, and you're going to find out in a minute why I'm doing it with blue. I am picking blue on purpose. So first you're going to paint it just as a flat wash. So you're just going to do a flat wash right over, kind of a medium wash, right over the entire thing. Because then you're going to take a paper towel, toilet paper, tissue, something that is absorbent. You could even do this with like a piece of fabric, as long as you don't mind it getting a little paint on it. And then you're going to blot. Blot, as you can see, picks up the paint. Now, depending, and because I was talking, depending on how quickly you do it, depends on how much gets picked up. When watercolor, I'm going to do another little section over here. When watercolor is really wet, you'll pick up a lot. Like if I paint that and I go, oops, I made a mistake, I can blot it almost into invisibility. The longer you wait between painting and blotting, so blotting is kind of a way you can fix your mistakes. But the longer you wait, the more paint that has already dried on the paper and that the paper has already absorbed. You cannot make it white again. Once the paper has absorbed the pigment, it's not going to come out. But if the paint is still sitting on the surface of your paper, you can blot it up. If you work very quickly, if I do this over here, I can blot and get myself something kind of a cloudy texture, which is why I was doing it with blue. It does not work very well on this particular paper that I am working on, or with this particular watercolor. So test it. That's why we're doing this. These are all techniques that should work, but sometimes they don't. Because it could be that this glitter watercolor we're working with isn't great. It could be the paper that we're working with isn't true watercolor paper. We are working in our homes, so it's a little different than if we were working with perfect supplies. So, those are your water technique practice page. You need to complete the entire practice page. You need to take a photograph of your practice page. You need to put that photograph into your Google Sketchbook. You need to put that photograph into today's assignment. That is your homework. Okay, those are your watercolor techniques.